Factor x squared plus 9x plus 14. Notice that x squared plus 9x plus 14 is of the form x squared plus bx plus c, where b is 9 and c is 14. Because x squared plus 9x plus 14 is of the form x squared plus bx plus c, it factors as the quantity x plus p times the quantity x plus q, where p plus q equals b and p times q equals c. Because c is positive, p and q must have the same sign, so that pq is positive. Because b is also positive, p and q must each be positive, so that p plus q is positive. So find two positive integer factors of 14 whose sum is 9. The positive integer factors of 14 are 1 and 14 and 2 and 7. 1 and 14 have a sum of 15, and 2 and 7 have a sum of 9. Because 2 and 7 have a sum of 9, the values of p and q are 2 and 7. So x squared plus 9x plus 14 factors as the quantity x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 7. Factor x squared minus 12x plus 27. Notice that x squared minus 12x plus 27 is of the form x squared plus bx plus c, where b is negative 12 and c is 27. Because x squared minus 12x plus 27 is of the form x squared plus bx plus c, it factors as the quantity x plus p times the quantity x plus q, when p plus q equals b and p times q equals c. Because c is positive, the factors p and q must have the same sign, so that pq is positive. Because b is negative, p and q must each be negative, so that p plus q is negative. So find two negative integer factors of 27 whose sum is negative 12. The negative integer factors of 27 are negative 1 and negative 27, and negative 3 and negative 9. Negative 1 and negative 27 have a sum of negative 28. Negative 3 and negative 9 have a sum of negative 12. Because negative 3 and negative 9 have a sum of negative 12, the values of p and q are negative 3 and negative 9. So x squared minus 12x plus 27 factors as the quantity x minus 3 times the quantity x minus 9. Fact Factor x squared plus 7x minus 8. Notice that x squared plus 7x minus 8 is of the form x squared plus bx plus c, where b is 7 and c is negative 8. Because x squared plus 7x minus 8 is of the form x squared plus bx plus c, it factors as the quantity x plus p times the quantity x plus q, when p plus q equals b and p times q equals c. Because c is negative, the factors p and q must have different signs, so that pq is negative. So find two integer factors of negative 8 whose sum is 7. The integer factors of negative 8 are negative 8 and 1, negative 1 and 8, negative 4 and 2, and negative 2 and 4. Negative 8 and 1 have a sum of negative 7. Negative 1 and 8 have a sum of 7. Negative 4 and 2 have a sum of negative 2, and negative 2 and 4 have a sum of 2. Because negative 1 and 8 have a sum of 7, the values of p and q are negative 1 and 8. So x squared plus 7x minus 8 equals the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity x plus 8. A gardener plants a rectangular lettuce patch in the southwest corner of a square garden. The area of the lettuce patch is 120 square feet. What is the area of the garden? From the diagram, you can see that the length of the patch is s minus 5 feet, and the width is s minus 12 feet. The equation for the area of a rectangle is area equals length times width, or A equals L times W. Substituting 120 for A, the quantity s minus 5 for L, and the quantity s minus 12 for W, you get 120 equals the quantity s minus 5 times the quantity s minus 12. The quantity s minus 5 times the quantity s minus 12 equals s squared minus 17s plus 60. Now you want to rewrite the equation so that 0 is on one side by subtracting 120 from each side, giving you 0 equals s squared minus 17s minus 60. S squared minus 17s minus 60 is of the form s squared plus bs plus c. Because c is negative, the factors p and q must have different signs so that pq is negative. Two integer factors of negative 60, whose sum is negative 17, are negative 20 and 3. So s squared minus 17s minus 60 factors as the quantity s minus 20 times the quantity s plus 3. By the zero product property, you can set each factor equal to 0, so you have s minus 20 equals 0 or s plus 3 equals 0. To solve s minus 20 equals 0 for s, add 20 to each side, leaving you with s equals 20. To solve s plus 3 equals 0 for s, subtract 3 from each side, leaving you with s equals negative 3. So possible solutions are s equals 20 or s equals -3. Because s is a measure of length, it cannot be negative, so a negative solution does not make sense in this situation. And the side length is 20 feet. So the area of the square garden is 20 times 20 or 400 square feet.